There comes a sacred moment, Libra. A moment when the air feels different. Quiet, still, almost divine. It's the moment when the universe stops testing your strength and starts revealing the reason for every test. It's when the door that never moved, the one you've stared at for years, finally creaks open. You've carried more than most could see. Smiled when your spirit was trembling. Kept believing when everything looked lost. And though you've walked through heartbreak, delay, and disappointment, something inside you refused to collapse. Something unseen kept whispering, "Keep going." And now, Libra, you've arrived. You've reached the final point, that invisible line between what was breaking you and what will bless you. This isn't another cycle of lessons. This is the turn of the page. The energy that once pressed against you is about to flow with you. Where there was struggle, there will be support. Where there was silence, there will be divine confirmation. Before we move forward, take a moment. Breathe deeply and type these words in the comments to declare your shift. I'm ready for my reward. Let your spirit be heard. Let heaven see your declaration. Because from this point on, everything you've been praying for begins to take shape. You'll start to recognize the hidden order behind every delay. The rejections will start making sense. You'll realize that none of it was wasted. Not the pain, not the tears, not the waiting. Every unanswered prayer was quietly building the path to this very moment. Stay with me until the end of this message, because by the time we're done, you'll understand why destiny had to press you so hard before it could bless you. You'll see how every dark chapter was secretly guiding you here, to the edge of breakthrough, to the doorway that finally opens. Tonight, Libra, the waiting ends, the alignment begins, and destiny whispers, "Welcome to the final point." For the longest time, Libra, it felt like the world had chosen you as its target. No matter how pure your intentions were, it seemed that every step forward was followed by two painful steps back. You gave your best, and somehow it still wasn't enough for the people you loved. You believed in promises that turned into silence. You reached out for opportunities that vanished just before you could touch them. And you found yourself whispering in the dark, "What more am I supposed to learn?" But listen closely. The truth is not that life was against you. It was shaping you. Destiny doesn't test the weak. It refines the chosen. And you, Libra, were chosen for more than an ordinary life. The storms were never punishment. They were proof of your preparation. You were being sculpted, not shattered. Every disappointment was removing something that couldn't walk with you into your next season. Every betrayal was closing a door that would have delayed your divine timing. And every silence you sat in was teaching you to hear the voice of your own soul. Now that season of testing is ending. You've reached the threshold where the universe no longer asks, "Are you ready?" It now says, "You have proven yourself." You've already shown your patience in the waiting. You've demonstrated grace in the face of betrayal. You've chosen forgiveness when revenge would have been easier. And that choice, that quiet mercy, was your final test. The silence you're in now is not punishment. It's the pause before applause. It's the sacred stillness before recognition arrives. You may not see the results yet, but the universe has already stamped approved on your destiny. It is aligning everything behind the scenes, rearranging timelines, and clearing paths that were once blocked. You're about to feel a shift, not outside, but inside. The heaviness will begin to fade. The confusion will turn into clarity, and the people who misunderstood your journey will start to see why you had to walk it alone. This is where destiny stops testing your faith and starts rewarding your endurance. Because tests don't exist to destroy the faithful. They exist to expose their strength. And Libra, your strength has spoken loudly. Every kind word you gave when no one was kind to you, every prayer you whispered when no answer came. Every tear that fell quietly on your pillow, all of it was seen. None of it was wasted. Now life is preparing to echo your energy. The same grace you gave will return multiplied. The same love you offered in silence will now find its way back to you, purified and true. The same loyalty you carried will now draw the right souls toward you, people who see your worth without needing to test it. The exams are over, Libra. Your spirit has graduated. You have passed the trials of faith, endurance, and patience. From here on, the energy shifts. No more proving, no more chasing, no more wondering when it will happen. The next phase is about receiving, standing still and allowing what belongs to you to finally arrive. Destiny has watched you long enough to know you are ready. It has whispered your name across the winds of alignment. The forces that once resisted you are now working in your favor, and the path that once seemed endless will soon feel effortless. So breathe. You have made it through the test that was never meant to destroy you, but to define you. You have reached the checkpoint where destiny softly declares, "Enough lessons, now receive." Libra, every storm you've endured has done more than just pass through your life. It has cleared your path. It has washed away what could not stay, even when you tried to hold on. It has softened the ground beneath your feet so that new seeds could finally grow. You may not feel it yet, but your environment is changing, quietly, beautifully, and with divine precision. Things around you are beginning to realign. The people entering your life now will not drain you. They will pour into you. The opportunities that once avoided you are now circling back, drawn by the energy you've cultivated in silence. What once felt like coincidence will begin to look like perfect design. You'll notice the shift not through loud miracles, but through peace. Peace in moments that used to make you anxious. Peace in places that once felt heavy. It's a calm knowing that everything is finally working with you, not against you. Where there used to be resistance, there will now be ease. Where doors once shut, they will now open without force. Where you were once ignored, you'll now be recognized, not because you shouted louder, but because your energy finally matches the vibration of your blessing. Libra, this is not luck. This is divine repayment. Heaven never forgets the hands that gave, even when they were empty. It never overlooks the souls that kept believing when nothing made sense. Your consistency has been seen, and your reward is arriving not as a single event, but as a flow. Some of your rewards will come wrapped in peace, the kind that finally allows you to breathe after years of holding your breath. You'll wake up one morning and feel lighter, though nothing external has changed yet. You'll realize that the heaviness that once sat on your chest is gone, replaced by clarity, replaced by balance. Even small things will start to carry a sense of divine timing. You'll meet someone by chance, and they'll offer exactly what you needed. You'll be at the right place at the right time without planning it. You'll hear words that confirm your inner knowing, gentle whispers from destiny, reminding you that the wait was worth it. And in these moments, you'll begin to see how grace operates. It doesn't rush, it doesn't force, it simply flows. This season is not about chasing, it's about aligning. It's about allowing what belongs to you to find you naturally. Because you no longer have to run after what was already written in your favor. The universe rewards the soul that trusts its timing. You trusted, even when you couldn't see the path ahead. And now, that faith is calling back everything you once thought you lost. Your intuition will grow stronger in this phase. It will feel like a soft voice guiding your steps, helping you recognize when something is for you and when it's not. You'll feel guided without needing confirmation from anyone else. That's how you'll know you've stepped into your reward season. And remember this, rewards don't always come as money, fame, or recognition. Sometimes they arrive as healing, the kind that reaches your soul. Sometimes they come as closure, finally freeing your heart from what used to hurt. And sometimes they come as new beginnings, doors that open so easily that you'll wonder why they ever stayed closed. This is the beauty of divine balance. The universe doesn't owe you, it returns to you. It mirrors your energy back to you, purified, magnified, and multiplied. So now, don't chase what's already walking toward you. Don't force what's naturally unfolding. You are no longer in the season of proving, you are in the season of receiving. Stay still. Stay aligned, because everything that once slipped from your grasp is finding its way back. Not to the version of you that was waiting, But to the version of you that is ready, your reward has already begun, Libra. You don't have to see it to believe it. You just have to feel the peace that confirms it. Let's be honest, Libra. Pain changed you, but not in the way most people think. It didn't make you bitter or closed off. It didn't destroy your ability to love. It purified you. It stripped away the layers that were never really you. It removed the noise, the distractions, the opinions of others that once shaped your choices. It broke the illusions you used to chase. The idea that love must be earned, that success must hurt, that peace must wait. The truth is, destiny couldn't reward who you used to be. The person you were before the pain wouldn't have known how to carry the blessing. You had to be transformed, not punished, but prepared. The universe wasn't taking things from you, Libra. It was training you to live with truth instead of illusion. Every delay you faced was sacred surgery. Every closed door was an operation on your soul, removing impatience, fear, and attachment. Every heartbreak was a redirection, guiding you back to the path meant only for you. You lost people, yes, but what you gained in their absence was priceless. You gained perspective. You lost comfort, but you found calling. You lost approval, but you discovered authenticity. And now, you carry something you didn't have before. Wisdom. You don't react the same way you used to. You don't explain yourself as much. You no longer chase understanding from people who refuse to see your light. You've become more still, more grounded, more aware of what matters and what doesn't. You can sense truth faster now. You can feel when something is right for you, even before it reveals itself. Your spirit recognizes peace before your mind can explain it. That's the beauty of what pain has done. It tuned your heart to divine frequency. You no longer need validation to feel valuable. You no longer need applause to know your worth. You've outgrown the old version of yourself, the one that thought they had to beg for love or prove their goodness. Now you know what is meant for you will never require you to shrink to fit it. And that, Libra, that's when destiny stops testing you. Not when the pain disappears, but when you stop fighting it. When you start to see the pattern, the divine logic behind every heartbreak, every pause, every lonely season. When you realize that the delays were never denials, they were redesigns. You've become the version of yourself the reward was waiting for. You've passed through fire and came out gold. You've endured storms, not to prove your strength, but to refine your essence. And now, because of that transformation, you are finally aligned with the kind of blessing that lasts. This is why your next season will feel lighter. The struggles won't hit you the same way because you no longer identify with pain. You've learned how to transform it, how to turn sorrow into wisdom, endings into beginnings, wounds into wisdom. Pain didn't end your story, Libra. It prepared you for the chapter where destiny rewards you for surviving it. Because now, you are not the same person destiny once tested. You are the version it was waiting for all along, whole, clear, awakened, and ready to receive. Libra, after everything you've walked through, there comes a quiet moment when you begin to notice something different. The air feels lighter. The weight on your shoulders seems to fade without explanation. It's not that life suddenly becomes perfect. It's that you have changed. You've arrived at the edge where destiny shifts from testing to blessing. How do you know you're here? It's not marked by noise or celebration. It's recognized through peace. A peace that doesn't depend on outcomes, a peace that feels like coming home to yourself. You no longer panic when something ends. You no longer cling to what tries to leave. Instead, you breathe and whisper, "If it goes, it was never mine." That calm acceptance is one of the first signs. You've stopped measuring your worth by who stays. You now understand that what leaves your life makes space for what's truly meant to arrive. You also find beauty in simplicity. You no longer crave chaos to feel alive. Peace has become your new form of excitement. You enjoy silence. You find joy in small routines, in still mornings, in laughter that doesn't drain you. You've learned that contentment is not boring, it's divine alignment. Then the people around you begin to change. You start meeting souls whose presence feels like clarity, not confusion. Conversations that once felt heavy are replaced by ones that heal. The people who enter your life now don't need to test your loyalty. They recognize your spirit. These new connections match your healed energy, not your wounded past. Opportunities begin to appear, almost effortlessly. The things you used to chase now find you. A message, a call, a meeting, they all unfold in divine timing. Doors open without struggle because they were always yours, waiting for you to be ready. You realize that blessings have their own rhythm, and now that rhythm finally matches your peace. Even material things begin to align. Money, support, love, all begin flowing to you not through desperation, but through balance. You no longer move from fear of lack. You move from knowing you are worthy of abundance. The energy that once pushed things away now attracts them, because it's grounded in self-respect, not need. And most of all, you stop chasing. You stop running after what isn't meant for you. Instead, you stand still, trusting that what's aligned will never miss you. You understand that true magnetism doesn't come from effort, it comes from being in tune with who you truly are. You have become magnetic to everything that carries your frequency. This is the final point, Libra. When your soul graduates from survival to flow, you no longer wake up trying to control outcomes. You simply align, trust, and watch everything find its way to you. It's a quiet, graceful transformation, one that can't be forced or faked. Your prayers start answering themselves, not through sudden miracles, but through the natural unfolding of your days. You'll notice that things you once begged for begin showing up at the perfect moment, as if destiny itself is keeping promises you'd forgotten you made. The universe is no longer testing your patience, it's proving your placement. It's confirming that you've passed every hidden test, learned every sacred lesson, and released every weight that kept you small. You no longer need to question, why me? Instead, you smile and say, of course, me. Because deep down, you finally understand. The waiting, the heartbreaks, the stillness, they were all preparation for this level of peace. And when you reach this point, Libra, life begins to flow with you. You no longer swim against the current. You've become one with it. This is your final point, not the end, but the beginning of ease. The chapter where blessings don't chase you, they find you, recognize you, and stay. Libra, when destiny decides it's time to reward you, it doesn't always look the way you expect. Your blessings won't come in the same shape or color as anyone else's. They'll arrive in the form that speaks directly to your soul. For some of you, the reward will be reconciliation, a connection once lost that returns healed and renewed under divine timing. It won't be like before. It will carry the peace that comes when two souls finally meet again after learning what distance had to teach them. It will be gentle, not rushed, guided by clarity, not confusion. For others, your reward will be relocation, a shift in environment, a new place calling your spirit forward. You'll feel it as a whisper in your heart that says, it's time. And as you step out in faith, abundance will meet you there. Not because the land itself is special, but because your energy has matured enough to flourish wherever destiny plants you next. And for many, the reward will be revelation. The kind of awakening that shows you who you really are. Beyond fear, beyond limits, beyond what others once said about you. It's the reward of clarity. The peace of knowing your worth and walking in it without apology. It's realizing that everything that was taken was only clearing the space for truth to enter. But no matter what form your blessing takes, one thing remains constant: peace. Not temporary calm, but lasting stillness. The kind of peace that stays even when things around you shift. The kind that cannot be stolen, even when life changes again. You'll start to notice something in yourself. A quiet glow. Not the kind that shouts or seeks attention, but a steady light that radiates calm assurance. People around you will notice it too. They might not understand it, but they'll feel it. It's not pride, it's presence. It's the soft strength of someone who has finally aligned with their purpose. You'll begin to walk differently, slower, more intentional, more grounded. You won't rush, because you know everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You'll listen more and speak less, because peace has replaced the need to prove yourself. You'll give from a full heart, not an empty one. Then the external blessings begin to mirror your internal transformation. Doors will open faster than before. Messages will arrive right when you need them. Confirmations from the divine that you're on the right path. New ideas will flow through your mind as if they were whispered from heaven itself. You'll find yourself in the right places at the right time without forcing a thing. And when these moments happen, Libra, remember, it's not coincidence. It's not luck. It's the echo of endurance, the universe responding to the faith you held through your hardest nights. Every tear, every prayer, every time you chose love over bitterness, it all built the foundation for this season. The energy you put out in patience is now returning to you multiplied. Your time has come, Libra. You no longer have to chase what's yours, it's already on its way. The same destiny that once tested you is now preparing to honor you. Every battle you faced has turned into proof that you're ready. You've been tempered, purified, and strengthened through your journey. Now, blessings will not just visit, they will stay. The people meant for you will recognize you without explanation. The opportunities aligned for you will fit effortlessly. And the peace you carry will guard everything you build from this point forward. This is your divine repayment, not because of luck, but because of alignment. Because you didn't quit when it hurt. Because you chose faith when logic said give up. Because you trusted that destiny's delay was not its denial. So now, Libra, lift your head and breathe deeply. You have crossed the threshold. You have arrived at the chapter where everything begins to make sense. The testing season is over. The reward season has begun. The universe is no longer watching how you handle pain. It is now preparing to show the world how it blesses those who stayed true through it. Your name is written on blessings that can no longer be delayed. Your time is not coming. It's here. And this, Libra, is what the reward truly looks like. So now, dear Libra, breathe. Let your shoulders relax, let your heart settle. You've crossed the hardest terrain. The storms that once tried to drown you have passed. This isn't another season of chaos. This isn't another round of endless lessons. This is the calm that follows victory. You've made it through the fire without losing your light. You've walked through darkness without forgetting the way home. Every tear you cried watered the ground you now stand on. Firm, fertile, and ready for growth. From this moment on, your life will begin to mirror the peace you've found within. You'll notice the shift. Grace will arrive before you even ask for it. Answers will come without struggle. Doors will open without effort. Because destiny is no longer testing your endurance, it's celebrating your evolution. Everything you once fought for will start to flow towards you. Not because you're chasing anymore, but because your energy has changed. You're no longer searching for belonging, you are belonging. You're no longer waiting for love, you are love. You've become the calm you used to pray for. And in this quiet space of reward, you'll realize something sacred. You didn't survive for applause. You survived for alignment. You didn't endure so others could see your strength. You endured so you could meet your destiny. And now that destiny is stepping forward to meet you halfway. If these words reached your spirit, if you can feel that subtle shift within you, declare it out loud in the comments. I'm walking in my reward. Let that be your confirmation tonight. Not as a hope, but as a truth already unfolding. Because what's coming next isn't a test. It's a revelation. It's life showing you what it looks like when divine timing finally catches up with your faith. It's the universe saying, you've done enough. Now let me do the rest. And if this message spoke to your soul, subscribe and stay in this circle of light, because your story isn't ending here, Libra. It's just beginning to reveal what it was always meant to become. You are entering a softer chapter, one built on peace, stability, and grace. You will wake up to mornings that feel lighter, to evenings that carry stillness instead of worry, to days that confirm that destiny was never against you, it was building you. The door has opened. The waiting has ended. Welcome to the final point. Welcome to the reward that silence was preparing you for. Welcome home, Libra, to yourself, to peace, and to everything you were promised.